Welcome back, everybody, to this podcast you've decided to listen to today.
We don't know why.
We really don't know
I'm
why.
Megan.
And I'm the unknown from the Willy Wonka exhibit.
I would love to be the unknown. Did you see her? Did you see that she revealed herself to us?
That she was a 16-year-old actress and this was one of her first
Yeah.
shows.
Yes. And she killed it?
She did. Genuinely,
And
I
she
think
killed
most
it.
of the actors and actresses on set absolutely killed it.
Were amazing.
It just sucks that they did
were
not
great
have
with the
much to
kids,
work with.
and they didn't get paid. So
That is super crazy.
yeah. Well, apparently the guy who played Wonka knew he wasn't going to get paid, but basically was like, we're not at this point, we're not doing it for the money. And he was like, I had to give him like a pep speech and be like, we gotta make the kids happy, like give the because they paid, So he was like, just go out there, do the best you can, make the kids feel happy, and that was it for them. And then, you know,
Yeah, which so
so
good for
slave,
him. We
so slay
do
of them.
it is a slay
I loved.
moment. It's a
I
king
love.
queen moment.
Oh, did you hear that the unknown was supposed to be the girl who played the unknown was supposed to be like another Wonka?
No.
Yeah, she was supposed to play another Wonka, but they realized they didn't have an actor for the unknown. So she was like, I'll do it.
Why were they gonna have another Wonka?
So they can do more trips at once. Because it was a scripted. I don't know if you saw the script for it.
Oh, the AI generated
Wild.
script?
Yeah, it's out online right now.
I
If
know
you
I saw
want to take
something
a
about
look
it.
see.
Isn't that where the unknown came from?
Yes, because it was AI generated.
That's so fucking crazy.
But like the script honestly isn't that bad. It's a little weird that they scripted the audience.
I'm sorry.
And I wish and as my brother and me said, they wish it was like a Catholic church where you got a pamphlet and your parts were highlighted.
Oh, that would have been so considerate.
It would have been, but the AI script does include the audience and their reactions and their words. but the audience obviously did not know that.
No, the audience wasn't privy to that information.
No. It would have been amazing though. Or to have like an actor in the audience. That would have been pretty
That would
cool,
have
but
been
they
smart.
weren't paid anyway. It would have been. But like I said, everyone they did the best they could. They said it was a shit show, but we love it. I'd like to bring the same actors back, but on a professional level and paid.
Yes. And maybe a better script.
They did amazing. Maybe. Honestly though, loved the script. I read the whole thing. There was supposed to be a battle between Wonka and the Unknown that they didn't get to do. And I'm so upset.
Now, see, they should have been able to do that.
They should have been able to do that. The script was great. They just had very little to work with. I love the script. I love the unknown. Yeah. I don't like AI. I hate AI. But goddamn,
it does produce some funny content. I do wonder, because the set design wasn't there. It actually wasn't set design. If you're not paying your actors, where did the money for the tickets go other than the creator, the originator, whatever you want to call him?
The creator. Oh yeah. Oh wait. He gave refunds to everyone. He did refund everyone.
Oh, okay.
So it did none of it went to him. He did, in fact.
So just nobody made money.
Refund it all. Nope. No one. I don't know if you saw Danny's video. Danny Gonzalez, for people who are listening, about the Wonka experience.
I did, but my brain has been so full of stuff lately. I'm forgetting everything. Wow. Everything that's not to do with the moving and home design and decor, it's not sticking in my brain.
So fair. Well, what was it? The creators basically said that the reason the event didn't go as planned was because there were shipments that didn't happen, that didn't make it on time.
Oh, Oh,
If you
yeah, I think
remember
I
the
remember this.
holographic paper that he said was so important.
Yeah.
Um, it just never made it, and that's what was going to make the event 10 times better, was the holographic paper. Which is an insane statement to make, and at this point, I genuinely believe that the statement was AI, that he just had AI answer, which would make so much sense.
Oh, shit.
I hear door.
No, you hear me fucking with Dave's chair.
Oh yes, I have a new chair, audience. I have a new, very nice chair that I can crisscross applesauce in. That was the main function that I wanted for this chair to have. This chair is so much fucking bigger than I expected it to be too. I don't know why. I mean, it's a normal sized chair, but for some reason, I just wasn't expecting it to be so wide. But it's nice because also if I turn it to the side, I can crisscross applesauce and lean on the back of it, and it's so nice.
Ooh,
I feel like I'm like nice and cozy.
I might actually have to get one of those chairs. I've been thinking about it because it's one of the super wide chairs with no arms, right?
Yes, I'll just send you a link.
I
The one I bought.
no, I have it.
Pain in the ass to put together.
Did you get it? You got it off of Amazon, right?
Yeah.
I've had
There's
that.
like a bunch though.
I know. I've had that chair saved in my Amazon cart for, I shit you not, over a year.
It's worth it. The one I bought was $70. It was a pain in the ass to put together.
I just don't know what to do with my current chair.
Sell it on Facebook Marketplace.
Because even then, like, Dave's got it's a GT racing gaming chair here.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Well, he hates it. Chairs. And he doesn't want to use it. Because he, like, I don't know, he says it's uncomfortable to sit in after a while. But that gaming chairs in general are uncomfortable to sit in after a while. I thought we all knew that.
Yeah, because you can only sit one way. I don't know. Chairs that you can only sit one way in are like the Satan of chairs. Well, like that's why I got an armless big chair, because I'm like, I can just sit however I want.
I make myself fit in any chair the way that I want to.
I know. I could do that too, but
it is uncomfortable sometimes. I do like having the arms on the chair to hold myself in sometimes. I will admit that.
Yeah, I was originally looking for a chair with arms, but then I realized all those chairs are pains in the ass. And I was afraid, honestly, that I wasn't going to be able to push it into my desk with the arms. So I just settled for this one, and I love it.
Sorry, I'm really distracted because one of Dave's cats is going absolutely fucking ham on a plastic bag in the living room right now.
They love plastic bags.
They do. I don't get it. Like, I don't even know how to describe to you the rate at which she is licking this thing. It's uncomfortable. I feel like I need to leave the room and just give them their moment. Oh, she's fully climbing in the bag now. Alright, you go, girl.
Get it.
I'm gonna stop looking at her. But, yeah, very exciting for your chair. I do love getting a new desk chair.
I got an air purifier. I have my mat now for my desk, and then I'm getting my new microphone today, so it's actually my microphone and not my little sister's microphone.
Oh, hell yeah. Do you know what I got?
What'd you get?
An ice cream maker.
Slay! Didn't we just... I feel like years ago, when we were at TJ Maxx or something, we looked at an ice cream maker.
It definitely makes sense. Now, I did not purchase this item. Dave's mom is giving it to me because somebody gifted it to her years ago, and it's been in the box in the same shelf she put it in all those years ago.
So real.
So
after this, I'm gonna be making muffins. So
oh frick yeah. Ooh, I really wanted to make a blueberry lemon cake yesterday.
Ooh.
Or like maybe
yummy,
a lemon
yummy.
bread with blueberries in it, and like maybe a blueberry glaze.
Yeah.
But then I just did not feel like going to the supermarket. I will tell you, I just got my fat final check from my job.
Yeah?
Fat because they had to, obviously my normal check because it was a normal pay week for us. My commission check, and my commission it was the biggest that it's been in a couple months now. And also, they
Uh-huh.
had to pay me out for 132 hours of overtime. Or sorry, PTO.
Damn.
PTO. I had 8 hours overtime they had to pay me out for, but I had 132 hours of PTO that they had to pay me out for.
Slay. Love that.
That is so slay. So, I got a cute after taxes taken out, almost $4,000 hit my account this morning.
Damn.
So I'm like,
Ton.
I made dinner reservations for Dave and I for tonight.
Slay. I still have to do my taxes.
Oh my god, my federal income tax, I'm getting maybe $40 back.
Yeah, I'm not expecting to get anything. In fact, people have been saying that because of certain laws put into place.
By Trump in 2017?
Correct. That people are actually having to pay more.
Oh yeah, the
Which is
taxes
dumb.
fucking sucked this year. Okay, actually,
You know
if I
what?
can
I'm realizing. No, go ahead.
I just want to, if I could spread any piece of wisdom, like actual wisdom throughout this podcast to anybody that listens to this, if you find yourself working a sales job, specifically a commission job where you make a salary plus commission, always make sure that you are putting money aside from your taxes, especially if your commission isn't, like if your commission is say less, 1,000 or less a month, or just on that like 1,500 line, always make sure you're putting money aside from your checks to like put for your federal taxes if you are an American citizen. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
so many salespeople that I've worked with owe so much money in their taxes because they're new to the industry and they didn't realize that if you have a commission, if you get commission, the way that it's set up in a lot of people's like payroll systems or a lot of businesses payroll systems is it's taxed, it obviously taxed separately from your salary, but the
Mm-hmm.
IRS is looking at it like your um salary is what you make in a year, and then separately your commission is all that you're making in a year. So if your commission adds up to the federal poverty line or less, not including your salary, they won't take federal income tax out of your check. But then obviously at the end of the year when you do your taxes and it's all added together, they're going to be like, "Hey, you owe us money actually." So just make sure you're putting money aside. The one kid I used to work with this year did his taxes. He owes $900.
God, that's so ridiculous. I honestly don't know why. Like, I understand why you have to put down your commission. It's the same thing with waitressing. Like, if that's why most restaurants though they don't count your cash tips as your tips.
Mm-hmm.
They only count your credit card tips, which is why don't tip on the credit card. Don't everyone. I'm gonna teach you some wisdom too. Don't tip on your credit card because partial there's a part of that amount that is not going to them. So, and they also get taxed on it.
And I think
But
if
like
you
cash tips,
are going to tip on a credit card, or like unfortunately, tip a little bit more than you usually would.
yeah, yeah. But
Do you have to split that
you're
between the other servers that are on that night? I've heard that's
some
policy with
places
some
do.
restaurants.
Yeah, some places do, some places don't. Obviously, at the restaurant I work at, which isn't like a chain, you don't have to do that. I think most restaurants around here don't do that. Some states require it
Which is insane. I don't want
because
to tip out some bitch that didn't help me. What if she
yeah.
sucked?
And some restaurants tip out the cooks too, which I wish our job did, but it doesn't. Um, but like for I feel like for to-go orders, I feel like the cook should get that money. I don't know. Because most of the time they don't tip on to-goes anyway. But that's just my personal opinion on that.
Personal opinions. Oh,
Personal opinion.
dude.
Um, I was gonna say, speaking of the Donald Trump 2017 things that he put into place, it's coming to bite him in the ass again because of the Boeing airplane.
The dude got murdered. The whistleblower got
Yeah,
murdered.
yeah. While he was giving his testimony.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
not
those are
while, but
totally
like,
yeah, he was found in his car outside of his hotel room with self-inflicted wounds. And you guys can't
yeah,
see me, but I am doing the finger
yeah.
quotes around that, We all know
Yeah.
that fucker killed himself. Or he did not kill himself. It was the government. It was Boeing.
But
Boeing
I believe
isn't Boeing like also involved in contract killings? Or like they're
they
in
could
the
be. I
weapons
have not
market.
seen anything.
I was reading something that they're involved in like weapons marketing or something like that. So it's totally possible that they didn't even have to like hire anybody outside their company.
Let me see. Oh, okay, because okay, I just saw something the other day. Or today, I believe. Because Singer, you know, uh they make the
The
sewing
sewing
machines.
machines, who also in like World War One and World War Two
Yes,
made
they
better
created
guns than anybody
and
has to this date.
yes, correct.
That's
So,
insane.
someone was saying that any precision and they made planes. Singer. So, uh someone was saying that precision manufacturing basically goes across the board. So Boeing making planes and weapons makes sense. But yes, so uh because they worked on planes, they also work on bombs, is what I'm reading.
Uh, Now, if they can't even put a
Um
plane together the right way,
but see, that's where
mm,
Donald Trump comes in because in 2017 he passed a law that lowered the requirements and like what needs to be done to make sure a plane is like stable in 2017. So that's why all these planes are getting destroyed basically and falling apart because the requirements were lowered. And it's the same thing with that plane where they had a secret hidden door on it
mm-hmm.
because that was just they could do that.
Which is so insane to me. It's not surprising at all that the American government is totally okay with prioritizing corporate profits over the life
Correct.
and safety of the American citizens.
And
Obviously,
for
we've known
anyone,
this since after every school shooting, specifically Sandy Hook, when the American people were asking, like, hey, are the guns more important than our children? And the government said yes, basically. It's so
yeah,
disheartening. And
it is.
the fact that it's I don't even remember where I was going. I'm so sick and tired of
Of
feeling
this
like I
country?
can't do anything. Cuz like genuinely, hey, what can I do?
Yeah. Basically, that's what it's turning into.
I am glad, however, to see that there are more, especially in like the Gen Z, the younger generations, there are more well off individuals that are taking the risks to do more out there acts of protests like that I believe person who cut up that painting. I don't know if you saw
Yes.
that.
Yes, I did. The
People
only problem I have with that is that a lot of the time, those uh protesters, I don't know if you've seen like the string of protests at like the Louvre or any prestigious art museum. They're usually not that when I'd seen it, I was like, it's just another one of those because there are people who will throw soup cans at paintings
mm-hmm.
and there are people who will destroy all this art and it's usually people who aren't protesting. It's just them wanting to do it, but they're gonna cover it up with a protest, or they're trying to make someone look bad, basically.
Yeah, I mean it's like
Because
all
there
the
was a
people
string
during
of
the
them.
George Floyd protests where they would just
Yeah,
go in and ransack buildings and cities in the
yeah.
name of
But there
George
was
Floyd, but they're not
yeah,
associated.
yeah. So, but there were a string of them
Yeah, no,
where.
I remember the soup and all that stuff. Um
But I hope she was doing it for the right reason
yeah, I do
and
believe
not
in
just to make
everything I
someone
read
look
that it
bad.
was like she's been pro Palestine, she's been posting all of that stuff and she did it. Oh gosh, I have to send this to Megan. This is gonna get cut, but in case it doesn't get cut, guys, I just want you to know I looked on Facebook Marketplace for a quick second and somebody posted Martin's potato bread root NEPA. As in like the company Martin and they make potato rolls, potato bread, very good products. lists it for $80,000, and the only description information available is DM me for more information. If that's not ominous, I don't know what the fuck is. What could that mean? Is he singling out like a bread delivery man? Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a free Play Palace tubes. Play Place tubes. Saved and stored from a McDonald's. Ooh, they look grimy. Pieces are in mostly good condition, though dirty and will need cleaned. Can help load them onto trailer. Why did you keep them? That's actually really funny. Oh, there's an $80 treadmill.
I'm back.
You're back. Okay, I've just been going through some Facebook.
Martin's bread potato.
Potato root.
My potato root?
Yeah, as in like driving route, where the driver goes. Why is he selling
We're
that?
doing interesting. I love that, actually. So my driving test, listeners, is going to be on Wednesday at 9:45, which means I have to leave at 7:30 in the morning. God, strike me down.
7:30.
Which means I have to get up at 7 or 6:30. Crazy amount of time. But
that is so great.
It's happening. It's happening. We're en route for me getting my license.
Should I get 400 Swanky Swig jelly glasses to celebrate?
Yes. What were you talking about before this? Boeing airplanes? Oh, I was gonna tell the listeners, for anyone who is worried about going on a Boeing airplane, there is a website that you can go on. It's called alternativeairlines.com. I would search on Google Alternative Airlines Boeing, and it'll pop up with like it'll give you flights that are not Boeing airplanes. So if you are worried and concerned, there you go.
Worried and concerned.
So there you go, everyone. So scary. I'm so scared. It's so funny because the first thing my driving instructor talked about was like how safe airplanes are, and like there's very little deaths. And I said the only reason there are deaths is because of malfunction and upkeep. And I'm like, damn, Boeing airplane, huh? Oh, not so safe anymore.
No, sometimes I am glad to be too poor to afford regular plane tickets.
Yeah. The only way I can go in the air is if I save that money and I plan everything in advance.
Yeah, no, when we do our road trip to find the closest Dutch bros, we will be driving.
Yes. I expected. I could probably drive. As long as it's on the highway, I should be fine. Listen, we could drive now together. We can take turns. Can you believe it?
We could split.
Yeah. I can actually be useful for once.
Except I'll be time traveling and knock 10 minutes off of our time, and I think you'd get behind the wheel and then add 15.
Yes. Correct. I will be going the speed limit. I will be going the speed limit and no more, no less.
No more, no less.
No less. I like the speed limit. It's nice. It's there for a reason.
I have also been a fan of the speed limit lately, I will say, just because I've been trying to be more fuel efficient.
So real. Because I don't know if anyone knows this. If you just step on that brake, that gas pedal all the time, what are you doing? You're wasting your gas. Speaking of which, did I tell you about my conspiracy theory coworker and how she thinks planes work?
I am familiar with this coworker. I am not familiar with her plane theories.
I do believe I told you the fact that she thinks that chemtrails are aborted babies and disease. And how she says, I can't believe there's no chemtrails constantly in the sky, so it has to be something else. And all I can think about is how she drives a car. Because obviously you're not pressing on the gas 100% of the time. Neither is a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're flying, you only have you're via momentum with the wind. Why would you think that they're basically putting gas in the air 100% of the time with planes?
Why
I don't
would they be
understand.
putting gas in the air 100% of the time?
There's no reason to.
That would be expensive.
They have it would be very expensive, but that's how my coworker thinks airplanes work. Because she's like, it's only in a part of it. There's only like a line. And I said, yeah, because they needed a little bit of fuel to go a little bit.
I wish I could think like those people for real sometimes, just because I think life must
I
be so much
know.
fun.
It would, but it's also very stressful for them.
Like how, oh, I don't remember. I know it's Brittany Broski, and I believe the gentleman's name is Caleb. They were talking on his podcast about how, at least I believe it was them, um, how January 6th, as terrible as it was that, this group of people tried to, like, form an insurrection against our country, that they looked like they were having a great time and they bet it was a blast.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I would not like to be a part of it.
Absolutely not, but
Um,
I'm sure they were having a hell of a time.
because I think part of my concern would be the fact that they also did not have concern for each other because there were people that died that were doing the insurrection
Yes,
because
yes.
people were just blasting their guns everywhere without second thought.
Well, that's because they were all
So it sounds like
morons.
a dangerous time. Yes. So I don't think I would have a good time. Uh, I have a fun time going to my BTS concerts. And we just sit there and we talk to each other in a circle.
Hell yeah. I want to get
But
out more.
I think we could have fun if we went out more.
We could. Ugh.
But that we should go. I should find a concert closest to us that's not too expensive, which is impossible. That's an oxymoron. Uh, and we should just go to a concert.
We should. Can I get your design opinion on something?
Sure.
So, the stairs over at the house I'm moving into are
Correct.
wooden.
Yes.
And they currently have very small carpet pads on them.
Uh-huh.
And I think they're very ugly.
They probably are.
And I want
I can't imagine.
Yeah, no, they're not good. You could definitely tell a design was there at some point. Can't tell what it is.
Mm-hmm. So old you can't tell what it is.
And the
Probably
imprint
get rid of
of
it.
a runner rug is still on the stairs. Like, you could still see the outline.
Steam cleaner,
And I
probably
want to
for
put a
that.
runner back in, but I'm wondering if it would be more cost effective to just redo the carpet mats, but do them like so that they take up more of the step
Yeah, most likely that would
instead of
be.
just being
I mean, a
like, okay,
runner.
hold on,
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like they'd
draw
be
you a
about the same
picture on
cost.
Snapchat and send it to you real quick.
Okay. I think they'd be about the same because if you remove the runner, putting or remove the padding,
So you
a
can
runner
get
would
how much,
be.
because carrying stuff off of the stairs or downstairs almost killed me.
Oh God. Yeah, I would say they're about the same.
Yeah, what I sent you is basically what the padding looks like. Like, it's a very small pad and it's just kind of more at the front of the stairs. And I've almost slipped going
Mhm.
down the stairs already, so I just know if I'm like in a rush in the morning and running down the stairs, I'm going to die. So something needs to happen there.
Yes.
But like,
I was gonna tell you, I think either would be um acceptable. You could remove the padding because putting in a runner isn't difficult to do.
no, but they're
You
expensive.
just need
Rugs are expensive.
they are expensive. I'll just make you one out of yarn.
But there's like these ones on Amazon where it's just like it's the carpet padding, but they go across like 90% of the step and those will
We'll do
only
whatever's
be.
cheaper because, like I said, they're both easy to do. It's just how much money you want to spend. So I would say just redo the padding.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I would say. Because if that's the cheaper option, I'd say go for it.
Yeah, I mean, because, like, so far the cheapest runner rug I've found is like $130 plus shipping.
Mm-hmm.
And these rug pads I just found are $60 for 15 of them.
Yeah, I'd say just go for that.
So I don't know. Um Oh, motherfucker, Dave's calling me.
Tell him we're busy.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna pick up for right now. He's at work, and I know he just wants to complain because they are doing like some really shitty things to him currently.
Yeah.
But it's not like I won't be talking to him later. I'll just tell him I'm on
But
the phone with my mom.
now, I wish I had a sound. I don't, though. What is this one? Let's talk about Kate Middleton disappearing. I don't have my other soundboard up, so I can't. But I was gonna do my little scritch scratch. Kate Middleton disappeared. We don't know where she is. We don't know her location at this moment. Supposedly after Easter, she's supposed to be back to her duties. Um, but who's to say? Because I would also like to mention this. I have a list, not a list, but a couple theories that people have come up with. Not even the joking kind, just the serious kind.
Oh, but I love the joking kind. Specifically the one where
I
Pete Davidson also hasn't been seen in about the same amount of time as her.
Yeah. Except for the fact that we have seen Pete Davidson
Ugh.
because he's been doing specials and going on shows
Listen,
because he just put out a show.
he can fly back and forth. That's all I'm saying.
That is true.
No, the real one with an affair partner is what's his name? William?
Yeah, Prince William.
Yeah, that bitch.
With Rose
That
Hamberry,
bold.
the Mariness of Chumley.
Who the fuck is naming their towns out there, by the way?
Chumley is a palace, not a town.
Who is naming anything out there?
It's a last name.
That's a terrible
So
last
I don't
name.
know. It is a terrible last name of a family. But Mariness, I learned, is the woman's version of a marquis.
I don't remember what a
So
marquis is.
I don't either. It's very low level, I'm sure.
Oh.
But that's why she is the Mariness of Chumley. I don't know why it's spelt like that, but it is. And people were at first taking the articles from British media as like I called it a like just like slowly putting her into the British people's heads to be like, this is probably the soft launch. Yes, that's what it was. To be like, this is who William might marry, but on second thought and other people's theories, I have taken it as a threat to the royal family because they were given incorrect information. The articles were put out right after people were finding out that the photo was photoshopped. And so people were like, British media probably knows more than they're putting out and are using it as a threat to the royal family to be like, don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. So that is the first theory of why Rose Hamberry, at least, is in the picture. But apparently, people are saying that Kate is trying to kick Rose Hambury out of the picture, obviously, because she's married. They're both
And
married.
she is so close to queenhood. I saw a whole TikTok about that.
Yes. Yes. She is so close to being queen that she's trying to get him to kick out Rose because I mean, Kate has done so much. She has gone out to the presses after like 5 minutes after giving birth to smile and wave for cameras. She goes to events even when she doesn't want to. I mean, that is just the responsibilities that you get after dating a prince who's soon to become king.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the
And you should
whole
expect
thing you
that.
get into. But, I mean, I
Yes,
will say I
but
do
she
remember
still
in the
could have gotten
early days,
divorced.
British press not being very nice to her. Definitely nowhere near as brutal as they were with Meghan.
Oh no, because Meghan was hated by the royal family to well, not
By
even the royal family,
racists.
because Queen Elizabeth did like Meghan to the point where they let them name their one child Lilibet, which was her nickname.
I forget that she was an
So
actress in Suits.
yeah, you do. It just happens to be some. I was talking about that with my coworkers because I was like, oh, she was an actress, and she was in a Christmas Hallmark movie. But yes, so apparently she's going back to acting. But Queen Elizabeth did like Meghan from all accounts. I mean, to be fair, they wouldn't if they didn't like her, they wouldn't have let her get married. To be honest,
Yeah, there
or at
definitely would
least
have been some
Elizabeth.
more intervention there.
Yeah, but she, it's mostly, I believe, Charles, obviously, uh, is the big no on this one because he doesn't know what he's doing, and and it's so weird the whole not Megan thing, Kate thing, because they explained why the photo was photoshopped, which, if you don't know, Miss Queen Elizabeth's saying was, "Don't complain, don't explain." Um, and they are explaining, which is really bad because that means that Charles said explain. Charles is an idiot,
Ugh.
or at least someone said explain.
No bueno.
But but apparently, Miss Camilla has been in charge, not Charles,
Hmm.
because he's been sick and ill. Which, if you didn't see the helicopter that went to the palace like 2 or 3 days
I
ago,
think you sent me the
that could
TikTok.
explain something. Yes. Um, people were saying that Kate's disappearance, quote unquote, could be used as a distraction because even the US is getting involved now. I mean, to be fair, they didn't know that it was going to get to that extent, but so it could have been, I mean, it could be a distraction, but also people noticed that Kate went the note for Kate's surgery saying she was going to be out for a couple months um came out the day after Charles said he had cancer. So I think
Mm.
she knows that she's going to be queen soon. And it goes back to the theory that uh she is trying to kick the mistress out.
I do think it would be really funny since everything with the royal family and like their government and whatever also up in the
Mhm.
air if Ireland did a little scheming.
A little scheming of what sort?
Well, how England, Great Britain kind of fucked the Irish to put all of
That you want them
Irish
to kill?
history into one sentence. I just think I and many other people on the internet think it would be really funny if honestly any of the countries that England fucking
Rebelled?
pillaged came in and took some
Because right
took some
now,
funny actions.
if this was the 1930s or the 1830s, this would have been the perfect time for any country to rebel.
Oh, 100%.
Because you have, I mean, to be fair, the castle isn't really of any political matter anymore. They're obviously just for show.
Yeah, they're just
but they
kind of
still
there.
have their name to uphold, if anything. They're still very powerful, like, rich people.
Yeah, what's the point of having a queen though and a king if they don't do anything?
It's just for show. It's like a novelty. It's the hallmark of Britain, of the UK.
So why can't we have a queen just for fun?
That is what I'm saying. Technically speaking, in a way, I would hate to say that we do.
Who?
Who is going around all the countries right now with her big ass concert, doing political deals with Singapore for her concerts? Who do we have? There is a blonde woman.
Oh, is it
currently?
Is it just Taylor
technically
Swift?
speaking, yeah. Technically speaking, we do. I don't like saying that, but
I think Taylor Swift would be a bad queen.
But she doesn't do anything.
That's the personally
thing. That's like their whole thing. You can't be a bad queen if you don't do anything.
I guess. I don't know. I never got on the Swiftie hype train, and I'm sorry that we can't relate on that level of girlhood, but
I'm not happy with Taylor Swift right now. I'm just saying that is kind of what she is.
Oh, speaking of concerts, did you see at Olivia Rodrigo's latest concert?
She's giving out free Plan B.
We do love a queen. A contraceptive queen.
We do. A contraceptive queen. Yeah. We do. We absolutely do. And I love that for her. But I'm glad she got, what's her name? Oh, she has a song on TikTok that I really like as her opening act.
Sabrina Carpenter? No, that's Taylor Swift. I don't know about Olivia, I gotta be honest.
The Queen of the Midwest. What is her name? What is her name? Midwest Queen. That's her album. Rise of
Chappelle?
Yes.
Okay.
She is the opener. Do I think it matches the vibe of Olivia Rodrigo? Maybe not. I still love her though.
I don't know if I know any songs from this person.
That's a shame. My favorite songs are going to be, I'm so sorry, listeners, but they are the ones that are most popular. Red Wine Supernova is pretty good. Hot to Go. My Kink is Karma is really good. And Naked in Manhattan is also really good. And Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club, I think, was her first song that got popular.
Okay, you named 4 of the 5 popular songs on her Spotify page.
Correct. There's a reason they're popular. I was literally just looking at the album. That is just her most popular songs.
I feel like I've seen her on TikTok. I've had to have listened to a song. I'll have to listen to her when we're done recording here.
Yes.
Give myself a refresher.
She is the queen of the Midwest.
We do love a Midwest queen.
You gasped.
I did. Because I saw an ad, because you know how Starbucks is pumping so much money into doing advertisements now?
Oh yeah, because they're losing so much money because people are boycotting them.
So they're gonna lose more money on advertising. Well, their whole thing now, I guess, is lavender, and it just made me really excited, because the place that Dave and I are going to tonight, they have a lavender lemonade martini.
Ooh.
And I'm really excited for that. I want to tell Dave to drive so that I can drink, but also his birthday is next weekend, and this is me taking him out for his birthday. I'm taking him out for his birthday on my mom's birthday, because today is my mother's birthday, And then I'll be taking
Happy
my mom
birthday,
out
Haley mom.
for dinner next week, like probably Friday or Saturday, and Dave's
Slay.
birthday is Saturday. But
Slay.
Xavier's down in Disney
Love.
right now, so I can't take mom out.
Disney. Yeah. But you got birthdays to celebrate.
I do have birthdays to
Many
celebrate.
a birthday. Okay. Do we think a nice short episode for today?
Well, there will be some stuff to cut.
I think we'll end up at like 45.
You think so? Between your call in the beginning
Yeah,
and my mic stuff?
I'm sure.
Okay. Is that all you wanted to talk
We
about?
can have a
About
shorter.
Kate Middleton?
Yeah.
And her disappear. It's gonna be crazy when she comes back, though.
I know. Well, people don't even know what like the issue. Like she had an abdominal surgery, which some people are saying could be a hysterectomy. It
Mm-hmm.
could be, some people said it was she was donating like organs to Charles.
That would be stupid, I think, considering how old he is. I wonder if
Yeah,
maybe it's
but
just as simple as there was a complication and they told her she had to rest.
I mean that's exactly what I was thinking, because I was like, I want to believe that she was, because like Kate Middleton took up photography in 2020. Like she is an amateur photographer, and she could be really bored in bed, and she was like, well, I guess I'm gonna try editing, like I'm gonna learn something new.
Mm-hmm.
And because everything is so lax with the castle anymore, because people are like, well, doesn't she have like people to run it through or whatever? I wonder if she showed it to them, they were like, okay, this is fine, because it's very minor things that like some people would not notice that are wrong with the photo. But it very well could have just been like, I'm bored, I have to rest, I have nothing to do, I'm gonna get into editing.
Yeah. Oh, before we go, I do want to just touch on um the TikTok CEO. I do not remember how to say his name. Um
Let me look it up.
it's
Let me look.
SHOU and then CHEW is the last name.
CEO. Uh-oh, don't do that. TikTok CEO. Do. It should be Shuzi. Oh god. How to say that? Google, help me.
Okay, well, anyway, the TikTok CEO did come out. He made the post on TikTok and then published it to all of their other social media pages, like for TikTok.
While looking at Julia, hey, what you looking for today?
Wait.
Huh?
Wait.
Name pronunciation, the CEO of TikTok entrepreneur, originally Singaporean businessman,
Why is there so much of an intro?
Shou Zi Chu.
Sho Zi Chu.
Shou.
So Zi Chu.
Okay, that guy. He did say that if the legislation, the TikTok ban, if it is signed into law, it will lead to a total ban of TikTok in the United States, meaning he has no intention to sell, which absolutely correct. He should not. It just
No,
sucks
absolutely not.
that we are going to lose TikTok because our government can't handle the fact that the younger generations are not so easily brainwashed by propaganda.
But it's not even that,
No,
because
there was leaked
if that
audio.
were the
There was leaked audio from a congressional meeting. I don't know if it was like official or if it was something that happened behind the scenes, but
okay, because I was gonna say I haven't seen anything about that. I was gonna say it's also partially because they are not making any money off of TikTok.
oh,
With Facebook, they're making money.
yeah.
With X, they're making
And
money.
they can't do anything with censoring,
And
or they don't have any hand in what can and cannot be published on TikTok.
yeah,
But there is leaked
exactly.
audio about the fact that Gen Z um is using it as a news app and they're being informed this way, and they're not as easily swayed by what the government is telling them because of how much is available on TikTok,
Well,
speaking
yeah.
out against like the US government and what they say. So they're calling
And
that a
that's why I
big
think
problem.
I think it's so weird that like Marjorie Taylor Greene is against the banning,
Yeah,
and
her
a
and
lot of
AOC
Republicans.
agree. And it's like,
Yeah, but
that's how you
but the
know
thing
we're
is,
in
a
the
lot
dark
of
times.
Republicans. That's what Taylor said. But I realize because we are in an election year, I wonder if Republicans are trying to get back onto the side of the youth.
Well, that, and there's a lot more.
Like,
I was reading an article about it, and there's a lot more senators that are up for re-election, I guess, than there are
yeah.
members of the House.
Uh-huh.
But
Which
there are,
makes sense.
I do believe there were a lot of Pennsylvania House of Representative members that voted yes to the TikTok ban, Matt Cartwright being one of them.
Of course he did. That's not surprising. Matt Cartwright's a little bitch.
Yeah, but there were a lot of Democratic representatives that voted yes. And
Well,
like
yeah, because
there are
they
representatives that are making fun of the youth for calling in and saying like, "Hey, you shouldn't ban this. Like that's stupid," because of the way that people
yeah.
are phrasing things.
But like, do they not realize that we are the one? Even it's not youth. It's like us. We are Gen Z.
Yeah.
So it's people who are able to vote, to drink, to buy things,
But it's
to
also
vote.
like it's
So you
people in
can't.
high school cuz they're organizing things via TikTok, or there's I saw it just before. There's a couple
My little sister just turned 18. She'll be able to vote.
oh, happy birthday. Um but yeah, there are veterans and people that witnessed large historical events that are on TikTok sharing their stories, to teach the
Mm-hmm.
youth, because a lot of this stuff isn't being taught in schools. Like I just found a page today. The guy's name is Papa Jake, and he's a World War II
Mm-hmm.
vet that was on Omaha, I think it's Omaha Beach for D-Day, and like he was there, and he's sharing his stories, and he wrote a book, and he's doing all this stuff,
Ooh,
and it's like, there's stories that do go untold. And now there are bad sides
there
to
are.
TikTok. There's bad sides to every social media platform, we know. But what they are saying is bad about TikTok isn't anything that's not happening on any other social media platform, especially the data harvesting and selling. If
Mm-hmm.
they were worried about our data being sold, they'd be cracking down on Temu.
They would be cracking down on so many other things because, mind you, Timu's also owned by China,
Yeah, but they've got
and
no
they are
problem
doing
about
nothing
that.
about it.
And
Exactly,
Temu
because
is
they are
involved in
because Timu.
so many lawsuits currently for the fact that they
Yes,
take your information, your names, your email addresses, your addresses, your credit card information, any information you give them, and they are selling it.
but they pay for advertising in the U.S. Their Super Bowl commercials. They're
Yes.
paying for commercials on primetime. Like they're paying lots of money to the
And
U.S.
TikTok is
to get
already
these.
TikTok is already making US companies money for the amount of advertising that's on the
Oh
US
yeah.
TikTok
Oh my
alone.
god. I was reading an article and this guy was like 90% of my sales come from TikTok. If you were turning it down, you are turning the American dream down.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
TikTok is creating so much business for these people. It's ridiculous.
there is a lawyer. I believe he's a lawyer. I'd have to find him again. He has to be a lawyer because he's very
Oh
knowledgeable on
yeah,
the
I think I
laws.
got your tick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
he's
send it to
class
you.
action
And
lawsuit.
he's getting a whole group of like lawyers and people together to bring this lawsuit to Congress, and he's putting a website together, so that if you make any sort of money or revenue from TikTok, to submit your information, because the U.S. government cannot do anything to get in the way of individual citizens making money legally.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I really think like TikTok is such a great app because of its algorithm, because of the way it is set up. And I think if it would, because basically America wants a US buyer. That's what happened last time. They
Mm-hmm.
were trying to get them to sell it. Did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get a US buyer so that the US makes money off it, so that the government gets to control it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to ruin it like Elon Musk ruined Twitter. There's no doubt.
Oh, absolutely no
It's
doubt.
just
I am waiting for
Do
Twitter to make
people-
a full circle back to what it was before, because that's the only way that Twitter
I
is
am.
profitable.
Yeah, because you can't. People don't want to advertise on anymore. People don't want to, because Elon Musk has basically turned it into a, well, you can talk about whatever you want except for the things that I don't, and that's what the government's like. So obviously Elon Musk and the government get along because it's just you can only talk about racism, being racist, I guess, because it's just ridiculous. And you can just advertise whatever you want. You can advertise being racist, being sexist, being homophobic. It's just
I don't get it.
X is not a good app anymore.
Absolutely not.
I don't even have it on my homepage anymore because I like to click through my apps.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't go on it as much. I keep it because I get sent things from you and my sister.
Mm-hmm. I do go
That's
on
about
it specifically because I see so much more content from like Gaza and from Palestine on Twitter than I do like TikTok.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah, I do
slowly
too.
making its way onto my TikTok feed. Now I know that is more like an algorithm thing, because a lot of it is reposts on Twitter from TikTok. It's just I haven't been
Yeah.
seeing it on TikTok as often as I see it on Twitter. But
yeah, I think it's making its way.
it's all a bunch of hellscapes.
Girl. It is. I just feel like Twitter. There's so many bots. There's so many.
It's so terrible.
Like it is, and I think that if the government turns TikTok into what it is now, they're not going to make as much money as they think they're going to. Like it's bad. It's bad, and that's all I have to say.
Yeah, it is no good.
No bueno. Okay. Well, listeners, today we talked about all sorts of conspiracy.
We did. And also, one last note on the TikTok thing. You saw Nancy Pelosi's quote?
Yes, I did. I don't know why. I don't know who.
Tic-tac-toe,
let her do
a
that.
winner. I want to punch her in her face.
I do too. Why is she still there?
Why is anybody still there? They are all geriatric.
But what I mean is, like, is she still like a senator or something?
I think she is
'Cause,
still
like-
a representative. I feel like she's still a speaker.
Yeah, I don't think she should anymore.
I don't think anybody that's currently sat there should be.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But,
yeah, make sure that your voter registration status is valid.
Please go vote. I know you don't want to vote for for bad old dementia man.
Yeah, I mean there's a decent following behind the Kennedy that's running, but unfortunately
But the thing is, that's going to split the Republican vote.
We know in America we are a two-party system pretending to be a multiple-party system.
Yeah. And also, don't vote for RFK Jr. He is also old, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like I get he's
I was
not
tricked
Biden
into
or
thinking he was like 45.
Trump, but yeah.
But he's 70 years old.
We are still unfortunately at the point politically where a vote for an independent party is unfortunately a vote wasted.
But he's also a bad
Yeah,
man.
he's not great.
Don't vote for RFK.
Just in general for any of the other
vote.
independents that are running.
If you're a libertarian,
Stop.
get the fuck off our
Oh,
podcast.
yeah, this is not a libertarian safe space.
No, but you are probably gonna want to vote for the big old man, because I guess if he dies, I guess we just get a woman president. I guess.
Yeah, what if he doesn't run
I don't
with
like her
Kamala
either,
again?
but that would fucking suck. I think he will though.
Yeah.
Only because I feel like she's running the show.
Oh, 100%.
He's just eating his ice cream.
He is. And
But-
yelling at people about why his numbers are so low. And letting his dog bite a
Yeah.
bunch of Secret Service agents.
But the dog should.
Yes, as the dog should.
But the dog
I
should.
love that dog.
Honestly, that dog needs a safety.
The only good member of the
he's
Biden
a protecting
family.
dog. So true. It's bad. Everything's bad.
Everything's
We will
bad.
be splitting the Republican vote, so
And just
I
hope
guess
that the world does not burn by 2035.
I don't think it will. I think we're fine.
Yeah, maybe
That's
2027.
my blind positivity.
Yeah, you get your driver's license and all of a sudden you're a ray of fucking sunshine every day.
No, I have been a ray of fucking. The reason I'm able to get my license is because I have to do this. I have to do this little act where I'm like, everything's okay. I'm so confident. I'm so great.
Being maliciously happy.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, well, good. Keep it up.
I will. Thank you, listeners. I hope you enjoyed the conspiracy theory episode. The unknown Kate Middleton Boeing Airplane.
Leave your favorite theories in the comments below, or just scream them into the void at night.
There should be a Q&A box, and you could just put it in the Q&A box. It doesn't have to be a question. It could just be your favorite theories.
There is a Q&A box, and it says, "What did you think of this episode?"
I'll make sure it says, your favorite conspiracy theories.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.